Hey, welcome everybody. This is Fernando Sustaira with my special guest Arne Giske. This is the first show of the new, I would call it season, whatever you want to call it. I'm so happy to be here. I mean, you guys have been following me for quite some time. So you know that this group was actually formed with live shows. That's what most people would like to follow us for. Me always bringing the best guests possible so that you guys can get better at your e-com world. And today I wanted to start the show, with a very special guest, somebody who is actually not only a friend, but a personal, he's actually one of my mentors. A lot of the changes that you have seen implemented here in this Facebook group, the Master Print Demand group, has been because, his teachings. So I want you to help me welcome Arne Giske. And please, Arne, introduce yourself.
Yeah, excited to be here, guys. This is gonna be a good one. Really helping you guys figure out how building communities and especially Facebook groups is going to help you guys in continuing to build your businesses. Because we all know our favorite type of traffic is free traffic, and Facebook has 2 billion daily active users. That's freaking incredible. So all we have to do is figure out how to tap into the tiniest little sliver of that, and you guys are going to be growing like crazy. So in the last 5 years or so, I've been helping people start, grow, and monetize groups. My favorite stat, we've got a whole bunch of different stats of, dollars earned, and the size of my groups is 80K and all this kind of stuff. But my favorite stat is that we've helped our clients grow by over 10 million members combined. So it's really, really cool to see all of these different community leaders and group leaders and business leaders leveraging what we teach to grow communities that are fun, powerful, engaging, and of course, profitable. So now you guys get to learn a little bit of how we do it.
Yes, that's amazing. And I mean, how many of you do not believe that you can actually make money with a Facebook group? I mean, a bunch of you that are listening, probably you have bought something already in a Facebook group. So you are living proof that it works. So a Facebook group can help you grow, income streams organically and getting involved with your audience, adding value, and and establishing a connection. So with nothing more to say, the floor is yours, Arne. Give us, what you got, and and I will, looking at the comments and stuff like that, because they come and interrupting you when I have a better question.
Perfect. Yeah. So as you guys are watching, make sure you leave those comments down below so I know exactly what to dive into for you guys. And what I want to do, because I don't normally teach on e-com. A lot of my people are more in the course creator space, but we definitely have some e-com people as well. So I wanted to make sure to make this as relevant as possible for you guys. Because at the end of the day, I don't care what kind of businesses you're in. You need traffic, you need leads, and you need sales. And groups can help you get those. So I want to show you guys a really cool case study of a hilarious group. You guys might have seen this, where it blew up out of control, literally out of control. And it grew to over 1.5 million members and help these people sell their e-com product. So if anybody can take a guess, if some of you guys might be familiar with this, take a guess down in the comments if you know what this group is, or you got even just a guess for the niche. So Fernando, have you ever heard of this group? It's called Beard Game Matters. Did I ever tell you about that one?
No, I never heard of it.
Okay.
I have a good friend who's niche's beard, so I'm interested.
Yeah. So this is a really funny one. So basically, this person started up this group to sell their beard products, waxes and combs and whatever else, oils, all that kind of stuff. And they, had a bunch of guys joining the group and posting up about their beards and posting their beard pictures and all this kind of stuff. And, it was a decent group. But what went crazy is when a whole bunch of women started joining this group to basically look at these men and comment a whole bunch of stuff and tell them how hot they are and all this stuff. And then all the women started inviting their friends to come join the group to look at these dudes. And it just started going in this viral loop. And so because of that, what do the men want to do? They want to post more pictures and get the validations from the women joining the group. So the guys are posting, the girls are going crazy. They're inviting their friends. And before you know it, let me see if I can share the screen here too.
You should be able.
Yeah, I'll show you. It's wild. Before you know it, got to 1.5 million members. Million with an M. Imagine having even 1% of that, 15,000 members in a group that is full of a lot of your target people, and being able to get the brand exposure like that. So these people were selling these beard products, and I'm sure they're crushing it with that. And they even ended up launching a dating app for these bearded men to link up with the ladies that love the bearded men. So it created this whole new opportunity, the revenue stream for them right there. So it was really, really incredible to see that crazy growth. And at the end of the day, it's that raving fan audience of, in this case, it was the ladies raving over the men that created the virality, but it's a community. It takes all sides of this to keep going and keep growing. And that's where a lot of you guys have amazing products that have those raving fan bases, right? So like I looked up another, just a Google search or just a Facebook group search on fan club. I had no idea what was going to pop up, but here's what showed up when I was checking.
The question is like, why was it a private group? And I think that's important as well. What is the difference with a private and a public group?
Yeah, so public group is definitely more shareable, more viral. So I'm honestly not sure why they set it to private now, because a lot of their growth came from that virality and the sharing. But the main difference is when it's private, people from outside the group can't see it. They can't share posts outside of it with people that aren't in the group. So you have to join. So maybe they are doing that to try and get more members, more people actually clicking to say they joined the group versus just coming in and looking. So that's one benefit to private. You can also ask people a few questions as they join the group. So for example, you could say, are you interested in, a coupon on some beard products? Yes. Okay, cool. Make sure to leave your email and I'll send you the coupon. Something like that. We also have a software called Group Funnels that helps save those answers, save those emails straight into your CRM. And I think Fernando's got an affiliate link for that one too. Really cool. Saves you a ton of time. Instead of copying and pasting that, you just press a couple buttons and it'll save all that data for you and grow your email list. In fact, one of our biggest power users is somebody who has dozens of different groups in the hunting niche, and he has them by county or even by state in some cases. And with dozens of these groups, he has admins helping grow it, engage it, all this stuff. But at the end of the day, those people are landing on his email list and he's sending out his offers. So when you grow a group like this and you actually collect those emails as they come in, you're list building for free. And that's really, really cool. I'll save you a ton of money on ads as well.
Yeah, when you hire in public, you don't get to get that data at all. It just keeps on going. People go, people share. It has these pros and cons, right? When you're pro, people can share your content and go viral, organically. When you have a private, they cannot share absolutely nothing. So, but you can build an email list and you can build, different stuff. And so it's like a pro and con, and depends on what you want to do. You were gonna share something about another group. What was that?
Oh yeah. So just a quick search. I just typed in fan club, right? So there's all kinds of different fan clubs. We got Lamborghini World Lovers. We got Marvel Universe, the Beatles, a bunch of different people, personal brands, all kinds of things. And what these represent is people who have a interest in whatever the thing is. So even for AOC over here is a politician with probably not her group. It seems to be a fan group. But if I was admin of this group over here and it's public, I'd be selling some AOC t-shirts with her face on it and some quotes and stuff that's landing here. They might even be doing that. So it's the same idea for you guys. Whatever you can create that raving fan community around, that's what's going to help you truly, truly leverage groups to the max. And the cool part is when your group is raving fan based like that, they'll make 95% of the content for you, so you don't have to. And that's definitely a luxury we don't always have in the coaching course creator space, because we have to be a lot more expert positioning and all that kind of stuff. So it's more of our content. But in these other raving fan niches, they'll just talk about it all day. Like imagine a group around a certain TV show. They're going to be talking about the latest episodes, who's doing what, the characters, the story, all this different stuff. And you don't even have to make those posts yourself. But they're still engaging with your group and your brand, and you're able to sell them some stuff. So if you guys see how powerful this is so far, let me know, drop a comment, and just say, got it. Just so I know you guys are paying attention.
I mean, I have always told people, hey, when you're building a brand, building in a niche that you are passionate about, it makes it a lot easier to create a Facebook group around something that you're passionate about, because you don't drag every morning to go create some content, to go and say, hey, what about this? If you're into doggies, you go and post a doggy picture. You're into cats, you will go and post a cat picture. You're into guns, you go and show, hey, this is my new AK-41. Whatever you are into, it's a lot easier to create the content every day and to get your audience engaged and motivated and going and going and going. If it's something that you really don't care about at all, your audience can tell, and it's when Facebook groups die. It's like, oh, it's like, yeah, this guy is not motivated, and just go somewhere else and just find another, group where we can, get excited about what we love. And it is what you do. You get it motivated, you get excited, you get it going. And when people feel excited about what you're doing is when they buy. It creates an emotion. And that's what you want to achieve, when you're running a Facebook group like that.
Yeah. 100%. And it's the passion is one part of it, but community is the other big part of it. And that's what keeps these going sustainable, growing for a long time. The community engages with a lot of stuff. Another one of my favorite examples of this is one of my clients, Drew. So I'll show you his group real quick. But they're killing it. I think they do like 3 million a year in product sales. And his group is in the hockey niche. So it's called Hockey Deals and Discounts. And he has two sides of it. One is they go to manufacturers and they work on getting deals. So if they're like, all right, we're going to negotiate for your guys' behalf, and we're going to go get some better deals for this hockey gear, because hockey gear is super expensive. So the audience is like, hell yeah, we get some deals, we get some discounts. And they also have limited quantity things. So if it's like, all right, we're going to go get a deal on, 200 hockey sticks, but when they're gone, they pull up that deal and go, hey, we got 200 hockey sticks at this discount. When they're gone, they're gone. And they sell like crazy. Like people are like, oh, wow. Because then if they miss it, they actually miss it. They don't just keep that deal running. So they've created this urgency in that community as well. And the other side of it that I really love is he also has a nonprofit attached to it. And like recently they raised $72,000 to help one of the families in there who he got in an accident while he's playing hockey, and he broke his neck, and it was terrible. And, the family, of course, has a lot of medical bills and all kinds of other stuff. And he needed a special van that could work, with his wheelchair. That community came together and they raised $72,000 to be able to buy that family that van in cash. So they didn't have to worry about any payments, anything. They came together and they made that happen. So that's really the power of like, hey, this is our hockey family. This is our community. We got each other's back. We're doing what we can for each other. And still being tied to, the bigger picture movement and business and nonprofit side. So there's a whole lot of different ways that you can spin this stuff and really create something long lasting. I think that's the biggest thing a lot of people have to realize is when you build a group, it's not something that is like direct response, like a paid ad would be. It's not, hey, you do a post and you get some clicks and you get some sales. It's, hey, how can we build this community for the long run to be a part of this brand? So if you're just trying to side hustle and have, one or a couple stores or whatever, but you don't really want to do it for the long run, don't start a group, because it'll burn you out. You might as well just stick to some more paid ads that you can, very quickly turn on or off. But if it is a brand that you want to stick with for a while and really create a movement around, and grow with the group, grow with the business, definitely start a group.
Hello, Gregory. Hello, Catherine. Hello, Brian. Hello, Helen. I have a question here from a member. Sadly, again, StreamYard is not telling us who it is. His question: I have a local running group that I prefer to keep local. However, I'm going to start another group with a goal to be more of a national presence. Do you have any experience in running groups? I guess you do. Mm-hmm. Curious on how to create a national audience. I follow a few national groups already with 100,000 plus members in the group.
Yeah, so great question. Yes, I do have some experience running some groups, many groups, and the biggest difference there is the types of keywords. So something like a local group, like I have one local group that's for networking when I was living out in Miami, and it was like Miami entrepreneurs and meetups or something like that. So it's very local specific. But when you're going more national, get rid of any of those local words. And you can also advertise it anywhere on your online presence. So instead of just saying, hey, come by for our local Miami meetups, it's, hey, if you want to meet other entrepreneurs, we're doing a Zoom call, stuff like different messaging like that, that's going to appeal to a wider audience, if that makes sense.
He meant running as the verb to run, to exercise, not running group. Okay, that was that. Okay, Gino, now I know who you are. Yes, I'm sorry.
So yeah, I thought that was a funny question too.
Yeah, he's building a brand on, actually, a very awesome brand on running. He's a member of my mastermind group. It looks like I'm a member of yours. And he's building an awesome brand on running. He loves to run, and he's building a brand and a movement and stuff like that. And he's asking that, he has one that is very local to his audience, to the people that he runs with and stuff like that. But he wants to make this brand, more nationwide. So I guess that was the point of his question. It's like, how do I migrate from, being a group, in a region to make it now, a group like that? So that is an interesting question, though. So not that I understand the question better. Sorry.
Yeah, 100%. That's funny. So let's go take a look. And if anybody else wants some inspiration for their topic, drop a comment with your niche, what kind of products you sell, whatever it is, and I'll try and find you some examples of other groups that might fit for what you do. So just by typing in running over in the groups area, we've got running for beginners, 12,000, running community, 31, running motivation, 125, girls that run, 20K, runners over 50. All these different things are incredible. This is super cool. So the biggest thing I want you guys to notice is the majority of these have some kind of a niche. Barefoot running lean, parkour 86K, New Zealand trail running club, treadmill, over 50, all of that, being very, very clear on who they are targeting. So from here, this is where I would go in and I would do some research on these groups and see, like, what kind of stuff are the leaders posting? What kind of stuff are the members posting? How are they monetizing, if they're monetizing? How are they getting leads? All these different things, and really run through and start taking a bunch of notes. And you'll be able to better understand how to kind of reverse engineer what you can create for a running group that is more national.
Yeah. Anybody has more questions? But yes, I mean, Gino, yeah, you definitely want to run something that is, like nationwide. I think your brand it has the potential, and I think you take very nice pictures of what you're doing, stuff like that. So you should definitely do. But yeah, we keep going while people ask more questions. So
yeah, how about you, Fernando? What are some of your biggest questions?
Questions, my lord. Okay, now there is a myth, or probably not, that if you post in a Facebook group links in your post, it kills your engagement. How true is that?
Definitely true. I it was funny. I put a post out on that this morning. I was like, some tips on getting more engagement, and tips 1 through 5 were stop posting so many links.
I probably read it without even thinking, and probably that's probably what's on top of my head.
Yeah.
But
so it's a lot better, instead of posting links, is to ask people for a comment. So instead of me saying like, hey, who wants to see my latest training on the Facebook groups? Here's the link. If I say, hey, who wants to see my latest training on Facebook groups? Drop a comment or drop a GIF if you want to check it out. Because Facebook's algorithm works by the more engagement something gets, the more reach it gets. So if nobody's actually leaving a comment or liking the post, then it's not going to go that far with the reach. But if people are commenting and liking and engaging in the post there, then it's going to reach more people. And then guess what? More people are going to comment, more people are going to like, and it's just going to keep expanding. So really go for more comments when you want people to see something or take action on something, if that makes sense.
Yes, I mean, and it's a mistake I used to do, like continually used to slap me in the hand quite often because of that. And I have
bad. No more links.
Yeah, I use water. But yes, okay. So we kept Catherine asking, how about a dog and cat group? There are many groups of dogs and cats. I will be selling T-shirts and other print on demand and journals. What would you suggest?
Yeah, so great question. So one thing that's an opportunity for all of you guys is to either buy or partner with existing groups. So a lot of people, they might be running some big fan group, but they're not making any money, or they started some big fan group and kind of left it. It's not, they're not interested in it anymore, but it's still there. So one way you can immediately start tapping into those is getting in contact with some of those admins and seeing if, number one, they're open to promote your product as an affiliate, or number two, even buy the group. Because some people are just like, I don't care about that anymore. I'm not interested. I've even heard of somebody buying like a 200,000 person group for like, I think it was less than $1,000. It was like something ridiculously small. So you never know what somebody would be willing to part their group with.
Now, Brian is asking, how to use your products in your group without seeming spammy?
Yeah, that's a really important question, because a lot of people end up being spammy and just turning off their members. So we got to think of how how people engage with stuff, right? So if you post up a picture of, let's just go back to the cat and dog example. Let's say you post a picture of a dog in a cool Christmas sweater, and it's like, oh, how cute is this dog? P.S. If anyone wants a sweater like this for their dog, let me know. Something like that. So people are like, yeah, let me know where to find it. Let me know. Then you respond to them. That way, you're not giving the link out and just posting it for everybody. You're only posting it for the people who responded. So it's all permission based. You're not sending that link, that follow up, to anybody who didn't ask for it. You know what I mean? So it's really important to have that. So, if only 5 people ask for it, then only 5 people are getting that link. Because you don't want to just go to the whole group and say, hey, go buy this thing. So really having that, one of the best ways to do it is social proof. So if somebody else posts up a picture of their dog in a sweater, says, oh my gosh, I love this sweater. My dog, it looks awesome. Everybody else is like, oh, so cool, cute dog. Where do I get the sweater? Slide on in, go ahead, send them that link. It's much, much better than, like, you can't take a Facebook ad copy and image and just post it in the group. It just doesn't work the same way. So think of it a lot more like socially. How would that be much smoother for everybody who's engaging with that? And so photos definitely help. People want to like get a feel for what that product is, how it works, what the end benefit is, and show some proof.
Awesome. Now, Glo wants to taste you, so
I think she means a hand raiser.
And Gregory is sending kudos to you. So, Gregory, he's always looking for a perfect business angle to every conversation. I love this. He's one of my mentors as well, and he's every single conversation we have, he always gives me one business idea. And if I had a whole full company full of staff, I don't think I will ever be able to run with every single business idea he's giving me. Smart guy, awesome human being, and I'll see you on Thursday when you come to Houston. Thank you so much for watching, Arne. Gregory, I know you are traveling right now.
Yeah, appreciate the idea, Gregory. That could be an interesting one because there's definitely tons of like influencer marketplaces. A lot of people, more Instagram focused and things like that. But definitely a way to get some brand placements there.
This is a kind of difficult question for you. I don't know if you will be able to answer it, but I have an active, close Facebook group of 50,000 members around the team. Funny Christmas memes. What POD product, print-on-demand product, would you suggest to use for monetization and best method?
Yeah, so here's where we got to kind of take a step back and think. Number one, if it's Christmas related, you only got about 4 to 8 weeks a year to sell stuff. That's not a sustainable business. I think Shark Tank, Mark Cuban would say something like that. He's always saying, "Oh, well, I see you got some Christmas sweaters, but what do you do for the rest of the year?" So you got to think of zooming out who's in that audience. You can check your group insights. Do it quickly because they are going to be removing some of the group insight settings to see the breakdowns of who's in the group. But the more you can kind of see that and see, okay, wow, well, I got 60% of my members are women aged 35 to 55. Okay, cool. What else do I know about that niche? What are some of the other things that demographic is buying? So the better you know the demographic, the better you can market the right products to them. Because you could also look at, somehow changing it to, funny holiday memes. So it is a little bit more seasonal. And then guess what? You might have some funny, Easter t-shirts or whatever it is. Ideally, you want to find something that's going to be a little bit more year-round, less seasonal. But I know there's tons of people that make plenty of money with seasonal products. So hope that helps. What do you think, Fernando?
Well, the problem I have with that when it's a very seasonal is that a lot of audience is going to go cold. So probably at the 50,000, you probably have a huge number that is used when cold, that they are no longer getting any type of announcements about this group, whenever somebody posts on it, because it goes months without somebody being interested in Christmas, unless they're going to Christmas in July or they're completely obsessed. Now, having said that, I had one of my coaching students, she was in the niche of caroling, and she was killing it year round because apparently people who like caroling were really interested on caroling because it was a passion to them. But that's a very specific niche inside the niche. Very sub niche, in Christmas topic, they like to sing in that specific season. But of course, Christmas products, there is always
totally. I got another cool example of like super niche too. So I want to really remind you guys, there are groups for everything, like everything, like the most random things. So like, here's one for sock knitting. Cool. Maybe they sell knitting supplies. Maybe they sell all of that stuff, and they're set. There are even groups about, let's say, cement mixer. All right, so let's see. Old cement mixers, concrete mixer madness, equipment for sale, trade, rent, all this different stuff. Any topic you can think of, there are groups there, and there are people making money there. So you just got to do it.
So, going back to the buying and selling groups, is it easy to transfer over?
Yeah. So there's no like official Facebook way to do it. It's got to be, of course, somebody that you trust. But basically, you get added in as admin, and the other person gets removed as admin, and then it's your group.
Yes, I have heard of Facebook groups selling for literally for nothing, and I've heard of Facebook groups selling for it must a very very famous Facebook group that sold about 3 years ago for $100,000, and they changed admins, and the new admins killed it, like literally killed it. Like the $100,000 went to the drain because the people were involved in the group was because of the admins, not really because of the group. And when the groups came, it collapsed. But even though the people that paid 100,000, they were excited because they still got an email list out of that stuff, and they're like 100,000 email list still, made them money because they asked, okay, well, I want to buy you the group, but I want to buy the email list that is attached to the group. And so even though the group died, the email still made them good money. So it's something that you can always ask, hey, are you were you getting emails, when people joined the group, and would they be including the purchase? Because those emails, you can make them into, lookalike audiences on Facebook ads and stuff like that. And you can retarget people they are very niche specific, that you can make money out of those emails as well, even without sending one email, which is amazing, So always think about what are you going to get out of the transaction? Because sometimes the group may be dead, but the data that comes with it may be very, very well used for future 100%. Money.
And you can always revive a group too. It's not always easy, but there's definitely a way to do it. You just have to have the right strategy, be super consistent, and most importantly, have that end vision for why you want to revive that group. Because the most reason groups die is because people don't have the vision for the long term. So then they're like, I'm just busy with other stuff. I'm not going to post any content. I'm not going to facilitate this group. Whatever. I don't care. And then it dies off.
I think a lot of people that are watching right now, they know my previous group died completely because, mismanagement and stuff like that. And I gave it mouth to mouth. I tried to resuscitate it. I gave it heart transplant. I did everything possible. And I finally said, you know what, rest in peace. Let's move to another one. And then start from scratch. It was a lot easier at the time. But yes, you can. So be consistent is one. Don't be changing names over and over. It gets people confused. They don't know. Sometimes they don't know that you changed the name, and they don't find your group anymore. And they're like, well, I guess they moved on, and they see a new group with a new name. They're like, I don't know what this is, and they unsubscribe, they unfollow, they unsubscribe, or they just forget about you. So be careful with the changes you make, because they may come to bite you back. If you're gonna change it, stay at least inside the range. Okay, there you go. Another question. What if I want to start a group from scratch about dogs and cats? How could I get people to join? Some ideas?
Yeah, so the first one you want to do is look at where you have existing traffic sources now. So that could be your website, your email list, your social media channels, anywhere that you have some eyeballs now, add that link in. So I call it like the spider web of group growth. Spider webs are there to catch flies, and your online presence is there to catch clients. So you want to put that link out everywhere so your web is wider, stronger. And step 2 of that is actively posting and emailing about that group. So it's not enough to just put the links in the bios and on the website and everything. You want to be talking to people, be like, hey, we got this awesome group for, dog lovers. If you want to come and, drop a picture of your dog or check out some of these other cute dogs, come join the group. Here's where. And you're going to have people joining like crazy.
Yeah, if you want to start a group, Arne has literally, it's what, a $7 book or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah, you can find it in his Facebook group, and literally there's a link, and you can get literally. Actually, I just found the link. Is this?
Yeah, it's groupsforprofit.com/ebook.
Oh, it says book 3. The one I found right now. Okay, that one works. So this link, you can get that book. I actually read it before he finished it. So it's very good. It helps you, step by step on how to, do the groups, how to, make sure that you do the right things, and the banners, the logos, the names, stuff like that. So you make sure that you follow them right. It's very easy to follow. How many pages is there? It's not that long.
It's about 100 pages, but they are not like book pages. It's like ebook pages. So it's a lot of, big text and design and things like that. It's like a picture book.
Yeah, it's a picture book. So I was going to say, but I didn't want to say it. Okay, so Catherine is interested in this. What if I make a lead magnet for the group? Would that help?
Yeah, 100%. So that is one way that I recommend if people are doing paid ads to grow a group, is to send people to a lead magnet first and then you're getting that contact info. You're able to retarget them with ads. I would never send people directly to a group. That's a waste of ad dollars. So that helps for sure. Just make sure it's super aligned with who you're wanting to bring in. And in some cases, I can't say for sure, but I think in e-com, it's probably better to just send ads more to your product than to your lead magnet. Like Fernando, I don't know how many people doing e-com that start with the lead magnet as the funnel.
For products, no, it's not as profitable. You may send it to free plus shipping type of lead magnet, like probably a keychain that you probably bought on China, like 80 cents, and you're like, hey, free plus shipping at $5, and you break even with the ad and blah blah blah. Very good conversion. Then you have an upsell that you get him to make the conversion, and then you get him to your store. But that's what you will use as the lead magnet. You wouldn't lead them to a group or stuff like that. It would be like too much double work. Yeah. The idea will be probably you get into your store, you get into purchase, and to thank you for your purchase email, say, hey, follow us on, join our community, with people that share your passion, share your niche, and you go into the group, and you join, and we will give you a coupon for your next purchase. They may do something like that a lot better. But yeah, I wouldn't spend any ad or any type of money on people.
Yeah, like more on the thank you page. Like, somebody buys whatever that thing is. Hey, thank you for your purchase. Here's your order details. While you're waiting for this to arrive, make sure you come join our group about X, Y, and Z. Here's what you can expect. It's really awesome, blah, blah, blah. And when you do that right, you'll get a good portion of those people who make a purchase or opt in to come and join the group. And that'll really help speed up the growth, especially if you have a bigger ads budget.
Yes, I think that will be a lot better. Because you would say, something like, in our members of our group get special deals, promotions, they get, first view, or whatever you want to say, and some people join for that purpose. They are curiosity kill the mouse, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what they join, and give them a reason to join. But yeah, I wouldn't do that. Any more questions? I mean, we have a bunch of people watching. I mean, we have very good consistency.
Good. And let me know what takeaways you guys have so far. So drop a comment, because I know we covered a whole bunch of different questions already. So let me know, because we're not just here to just talk and entertain you guys. We're here to make sure it's really helpful and stuff that you guys are going to go take and use. So let me know, what is one tip you got from today's session so far that you're actually going to go out and use, or even just a little light bulb moment of something you never thought of.
I mean, I know a lot of you probably haven't thought about having a Facebook group, but believe me, it is. And let's just put a mental picture here, okay? And let's just think you have 1,000 members, okay? And 1% of those every week buy something from you. That's 10 people, right? Now you have 20 shirts. At $20 a shirt, that's $200 in sales that you get out of that, right? Now let's imagine that 1% is 3%. So now it's $600 in sales every week. But now let's think about this. It's 1,000, now it's 10,000, and that is 3% of 10,000. Now we have 300 people buying from you every single week, when you're engaging them. Even if it's 1%, it's 100 people every week buying from you. That's $2,000 right there. You know, so it's about that. It's about growing your group, giving value, and then asking something in return. When the community is happy with with what they're getting, they're involved, they're connected to them, to the community, they don't mind buying from the community. And it's something that you want to think. It's another venue of organic reach. It's another way to get emails. It's another way to get some sales here and there, and you don't have to be pushing them. Also, a group is awesome for market research. Let's say you have right now 2 designs, and you're like, I'm not sure which one I want to run an ad on. And you're like, hey guys, which one do you like? This one or this one? And the community is going to be like this. And now you're like, that was A/B testing right there for free. 1,000 eyes telling you that is the one we like. And guess what? A lot of people say, let me know when you have it on sale. And now you know that they even want to buy it. Yep. And sometimes you can even ask, okay, guys, I have this design, but I'm not sure if I want to put it on a shirt or I want to put it on a tumbler. And the audience is like, Tumblr, and you're gonna, there it is. A Tumblr it is. And you know what? For everybody who said they wanted a Tumblr, I will give them you a 50% discount if you buy it when it goes live. And guess what? Boom, they're going to tell you. They're going to buy it because they feel like, one, it's a product that they feel involved on. They feel that they were part of the decision process, that they made you do it, and now they feel committed. And it's about that. It's about getting you involved in the market research, and it's the cheapest market research you can do when you do something like that. So we have a bunch of comments. So is it a good idea to promote Amazon instead of your Shopify or Etsy store? In the group, I would say it doesn't matter. Now, if you are looking only to make one sale, send them to Amazon, right? It's nothing better to send Amazon because then people want to be like, oh, Amazon, yeah, I know Amazon. I trust Amazon. But if you want to create a long-term relationship with this customer and you want to get the email purchase, you want to be able to retarget them, you want to do everything like that, you want to send them to Shopify or Etsy because you're going to get an email, you're going to get a cookie, you're going to get a bunch of different stuff that you can return. You can be retargeting over and over every time you don't run an ad. If they go to Amazon, you lose them. If they purchase from you, you don't even know if they bought something from you because you don't even get, any information about them. So
100%. Like Amazon, the biggest benefit of Amazon is there's so much traffic already on there. So the reason you're paying those big fees to Amazon is for traffic. But if you're sending your own traffic, you might as well send them to your store instead.
Okay, so Brian, it's saying, I like the tip about prompting for engagement before supplying a product link. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Yes, I'm still learning how to do that though.
I'll just invoice you for $20 every time you post a link, and it'll change real quick.
Use Google buying a Facebook group. Says Facebook has banned the selling of administration rights for community groups.
Yeah, it doesn't mean people don't do it though. Like it's one of those kind of gray areas, right? There's also, so like, for example, Facebook says you can't sell access to a private members group that's just Facebook. But if you give them literally anything else and say the group is a bonus that's included, you can do it. So there's ways to, like let's say, for example, if you bought somebody's email list and you got the group as a bonus, then you're still within the terms of Facebook of, hey, this just happened to get transferred over with the purchase of that email list.
You're buying a business and the business was transferred to you. So it's always a gray area of what you can and what you cannot do, right? And that is one of those. Of course, they don't allow you to Facebook group sell, but you're not really buying, you're transferring ownership in a way, in a different transaction. So yeah, when you go to the point, you will find what to do. Okay, what are the very first step in starting a group with zero following?
Yeah, so very first is really looking at what you want to get out of it long term. Because if you don't have that strong why, that strong vision for how this group is going to be a part of your business, your brand, your life in the year or years to come, if you can't sell yourself on that this is going to be a part of what I do, it's going to fail. Straight up. It's going to get frustrating. It's going to be challenging, and it's going to get dumped. So really, really getting solidified on why you're starting it, how this benefits both you, your audience, your finances, your family long-term. And once you have that like totally written out, then it's time to do some more of the actual strategy part of getting it going. And I think that's what you're really asking, but wanted to remind you guys the importance of that. So when you're starting, the first thing you want to do is go to your any traffic sources you do have. So I know you said like zero following in the group, but hopefully you have some other kind of website, email list, things like that to be able to tap into. If you don't, then what you have to do is spend the time to grow it or spend the money on the ads to get people into some kind of a product and then invite them in like what we said with the other group. If you don't have the money to do it, then you have to spend the time engaging in other groups, getting visible, all this, and then people will see like your personal profile and see that you have a group in that niche and then join. So make sure to brand your personal profile if that's the strategy that you're going for. Because if you're going more organic, you're going to have to hustle. It's going to be more time, but it's also free. The sweet spot that you guys really want to get to is anywhere between 500 and 1,000 members is when Facebook starts suggesting a lot more members to your group organically. And that's kind of like the sweet spot, right? Before that, you got to hustle a lot more. You gotta get those first, 500 to 1,000 in yourself. You got to send your own traffic, and also finding your voice and your content rhythm. But after that, it really starts to grow a lot more on its own. So that's what you guys want to strive for.
Yes, definitely. I guess, we have a bunch of people from a mastermind here today. So I guess I know the topic for tonight's mastermind call with 7 p.m. Central. I'll see you today, and we will retouch this conversation, and we will go a little bit more because you guys are full of questions. So we will go over those ones as well today, and we will solidify in the mastermind call. Catherine, what about marketing your KDP books? How to get them in your group? It's the same way, Catherine. You make it organic, make it with people are asking for for that. Don't be just making a post that this is my new book, buy it. This is my link. There are ways that we can make it, look more organized. Like you can have in the guides, like you right now go to my group and you have the guides, and you can see like in the Facebook group, the Master Friend Demand group, you can see guides. You can see all my courses there. You can actually say, hey, our books, and you can have all the books that are published. So people can go and say, oh, look at the book, look at this book, look at this book. And then you don't have to be posting them. They use part of the, of the gallery of products that you have available. So when new customers come, they go to the guides, they can see them, and they can purchase them later on without you having to spam every single one of your books into the conversation, unless somebody asks you for it. Otherwise, it becomes like a bazaar, right? Because you have so many books that it's just it will be like too much, too spammy.
100%. And I know I'm on here to talk groups, but the whole ecosystem is what really fuels the business. So knowing that the group is just one part of that ecosystem, you gotta get your own data, right? You got to get those emails as quickly as you can. Make sure to use that group funnel software. I think Fernando has a link for you guys on that. Save you time. Cool. So just in case you guys didn't catch that earlier, basically the group funnel software, as somebody joins your group, you can ask them a few questions. So if you say, hey, do you want a 50% off coupon for your first purchase? Leave your email here. And you can automatically send them that welcome email after they join your group. Otherwise, you're going to have to copy and paste it or hire a VA to copy and paste or whatever. And it's going to be a whole mess. So use the group funnel software. That will save you guys a ton of time. And make sure that it all feeds in with your ecosystem. So people are coming to your group, you're getting their email, you're sending retargeting ads, all that kind of stuff. I'll give you guys another cool hack for being able to target your Facebook group members, and then we'll get towards wrapping up. But when you guys know that you can, retarget somebody who watches a video from your business page, whether it's an ad or not. So let's say you have a 60-second, product explainer or testimonial or whatever, and you share that into your group. Now, anybody who watched that video, you can retarget that viewer. So one of the best ways we can do this is, number one, doing that, sharing these videos from our business pages into the group. And number two, having the welcome video to the group from your business page as well. That was actually one of my most successful ads. Was I was running an ad like that where it was pretty much like, hey, welcome to the group, blah, 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 blah. Here's what to expect, blah, blah, blah. And then anybody who saw that video was getting a retargeting ad for me about my group funnels software saying, hey, did you know you can target your Facebook group members with ads? That's exactly what we're doing here. If you also want to have more marketing automation in your business, you might like group funnels. Let me show you what it does. Click here, blah, blah, blah. So that worked really, really well. So you can retarget your group members like that because at least at the time of the recording, there's no easy option for you to target your Facebook group members with ads, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think there is. They kind of tried to do it. I was able to for a week or two, and then they removed it.
Yeah, they're always testing stuff out.
So I'm gonna answer like one last question, and then we can start wrapping this up. I'm selling animal t-shirts on Etsy. Should I join Facebook groups or start one? A lot of animal groups do not allow to sell on them. What is the best way to promote my store? Open one.
Yeah, so definitely start your own, or see if you can approach some of those group leaders about having some kind of affiliate promotion. So that will definitely get you going too.
Yeah, I mean, why some groups don't look into monetization, I don't understand. I have seen a lot of groups that go into the idea of free content, and after a while, time gets in the way, and and they start valuing their time. Time is money at the end of the day, and they are like, you know what, this thing doesn't make me any money. I'm wasting my time. I'm gonna go on a different route. And they abandon the group because they had no monetization on it, and it loses the interest. I mean, when you have a group that monetizes, a group that brings back some revenue on it, it makes it now. You're invested now in that group, and it motivates you to go and bring more content, because you know what, you are being paid for your time and energy, and that is what makes the groups going. So it's something that it has to be organic, and it has to be in a way that you feel that it's a good balance on where your audience is excited to be with you, but at the same time that you're also excited to be with them, and you have, that you're valuing your time that you're putting into this. Otherwise, it's a hobby, and when a hobby is a hobby, it's always a second or third option in your day. So something to think about. Arnie, it's been almost an hour. We had a lot of people watch this live. I mean, it's amazing. I'm so excited. First live video of many more to come. We have Mackenzie Lieberman coming. We have
Nice. Yeah, she's awesome.
Jeb Hunter. We have Christina Rose. We have Rod Waddell. Travis Ross already confirmed. So it's amazing the names of people that are going to be coming, guys, dropping you all this knowledge. Final words, Arnie.
Yeah, guys. The biggest thing is to just stay on it and stay consistent, because like I said, groups are a long game part of your brand and your business. So it's going to be the hardest and the least results when you start. Like doing anything meaningful, it's going to be the hardest and the least results when you start, just the same way when you started your stores. So it's the people that stick around and do their best to really, take care of their audience members, take care of their customers, that are going to be here for a long time and hit that tipping point of growth, of revenue, of opportunity. And that's what I really want to get you guys to, but you got to commit doing it. So stick with it, guys. I got your back. So if I can help you guys out, feel free to reach out, and we'll get you guys all set up.
Okay. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Thank you, Arne, for being here. It's been amazing. Thank you so much. And I will see you soon.
Later, guys.